Hey there, how's it going? It is Maestro here, and welcome back to episode 5 of Road to Endgame. As always, we're going to start off with our goals for the early game, and what is crossed off we have covered in earlier episodes, so be sure to check back so you can see how we obtained those. And as always, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe with any feedback or suggestions you may have for future videos. And with that, let's get into it. So, to start off this episode today, we are going to be getting some classes crossed off the list. So what I ended up doing in the meantime off camera was I farmed swag tokens for about 2.5 hours. I was watching a stream on the side and just kind of doing the easy method we covered in, I think it was episode 2, on how to rank up reputation in pretty much any faction. So as you can see here, I am using my Cape of Awe as well as a rep boost, so I'm able to get double rep and then 25% extra on top of that from our Cape of Awe. And we were quickly able to rank our Lycan up to rank 10. And we are able to get the new, well, I guess it's not new, but it was buffed about a year ago. We are able to get the Lycan class. To get this, we need to complete the Darkovia story, which we did in last episode. This class is going to be really good for PvP, and it's also going to be probably take over as my main soloer for a while. And the next class I wanted to get, I wanted to finish up getting my Dragon Slayer General. This class takes a little longer than the others. It's probably around a 2 to 3 hour farm, depending on how strong you are. So I'm using my Blaze Binder, which we got in the end of the last video, because I'm using that as my main farmer now. And you come to /join Dragontown, and Galanoth has a quest for you called Becoming a Dragon Slayer General, where you have to kill 12 of the Dracoliches in the area. And in order to, well, the easiest way to do this is if you go up and to the right, those mobs only have around 3,000 HP, where the other mobs have around 6,000 to 9,000 HP. So that's the quickest way to do it. And here I am after around 2.5 hours of farming that on and off. I was able to get the class, and then I also purchased the helmet, and I went back and I farmed a few more dragon scales to be able to get the armor as well, because I think it looks pretty nice, and you can see me wearing it there. After grabbing those two classes, the next thing I decided to do was to do the prerequisites to join the Undead Legion. So in order to do this, for one of the quests, it requires you to have 200 combat trophies, and these are gained from doing PvP. However, there is a workaround where you can make this entirely PvE, or PvE basically. So using a dodge class or something that can tank a few hits, I'm using the Lycan class we just got. What you should do is go to /join Bloodrut Brawl. I chose a private room to make this easier. And what you do is you go and you kill the 2 restorers for the other team in the top of the map. I kill one of the brawlers, and then I kill the captain in the final room. And after you do this, you will be awarded with 4 combat trophies. And then you basically leave the room, come back, and do it all over again until you have 200 of them. So here I am finishing up my final run. As you can see, the room glitched out a little bit. I guess by me joining and leaving and then rejoining again to reset the room, somehow glitched it, seeing as this is after the glitch is patched, and we had 200 in our inventory. From there, you want to do /join Underworld and go to Dage the Evil, and you saw me purchase the Undead Champion Armor for 1,200 ACs. That is what you need to begin the quest to join the Legion. And from there, you want to go to /join Green Guard West, where you can start the Black Knight quest. So once you find the NPC who gives you the quest, you have to go and slay all the bosses around the Green Guard area. This is not too challenging, as most of these bosses were maybe challenging in 2010 with your ninja class, but with the things that we've achieved, this should be pretty easy. You have to kill the Death Gazer, the Gel Oh No, which you can see me taking down now. I forget the other one, but it's in /join Trunk, and then finally the Green Dragon. And this will give you all the pieces of the Black Knight's armor, and you will be able to summon him. So here I am finishing up the Death Gazer, and that's in /join Death Gazer, and then /join Green Dragon is how we get to the Green Dragon. This should be the last one. And we are able to run back to the NPC and turn in the quest. After you complete this quest, the NPC now has another option to summon the Black Knight, and you are able to kill him. He's a pretty easy boss. There were some other people here probably botting for some Nolgath quests or Legion quests. And that will award you the Black Knight's contract, which you can turn in to complete the first quest. The second quest has you run around to kill soldiers all over the world. So the first one is going to be in the Skeletal Soldier in /join Battle Under A. And the next one is the Dweekle Soldier in /join Willow Creek. There is a small quest line you have to do to get to this area, but most of the mobs here are level 1 to 10, so that should not be super difficult. The Fisherman Soldier, which is right in the entrance to the /join Pirates map, and then the Chaos Drows in /join Dwarfhold. Keep in mind that we did complete the storyline in the last episode, and you do have to have the storyline completed up to that point to be able to access that area. So there we are, able to turn in that second quest. And this one is more difficult than the others. It is in /join Battle Under B. So we pass all the Nolgath, the Undead Essence spotters to get to the Undead Champion. So for this quest, I suggest you use some sort of class or item that gives extra damage to Undead, because you will have to kill this boss here, the Undead Champion, 80 times. So he will drop an item that is not a quest item, it's actually in your inventory, so make sure you have a free inventory space. The boss does not have too much HP, but obviously killing him 80 times is quite a few. So I skipped here to my last kill. I was using my Paladin the whole time, just alternating between the 2 skill and the 4 skill, since my 4 skill does extra damage to Undead, as I said. And we are able to turn in the Ravaged Undead Champion Souls, I think, to complete the third quest. And then the one right there was me turning in those 200 combat trophies that I farmed earlier. To complete the last quest to join the second to last quest, because the last one is where you have to join Prison, and you have to kill 25. Well, you have to kill more than 25, but you have to get 25 drops of Altion's guards defeated. So this one doesn't take too long, maybe 5 minutes max. Since these monsters, since the guards have just around 300 HP, So any farming class, you should just be able to alternate between the 2 rooms with the 2 guards and obtain that super quickly. So here I am turning in that last quest, and we are officially part of the Undead Legion. And the thing I do right after that is I sell the Undead Warrior armor because you no longer need it to complete any of the quests, and that will sell back for 1,080 adventure coins. Following me joining the Legion, I moved on to obtain the next item, and some of you might have noticed me walking around with it in the clips before, since I actually ended up doing this before I joined the Legion, but I put the clip after, and that is getting the Burning Blade. So to get that, I always go to a populated server. You can see I'm on Arctics here, and I go to /join Celestial Realm, and then you can /go to somebody who is at the boss. Because you can't walk there, I don't think, unless you have done the quest line, but you might be able to, but it's kind of a long walk, so I suggest /go to someone, and you have to kill this boss here, the Diabolical Warlord, until the item drops. So if you saw me earlier, I was changing my settings, so if you do have AQ Lite or something like that, I do suggest you turn off players and monster animations so that you won't lag. This item is a 1% drop from this boss here. Took me around an hour of farming and possibly around 200 to 250 kills to get it. So not too bad. And moving on to the next thing, it ended up being a double gold boost on the server. So I guess throughout quarantine, they're releasing boosts to certain farms and to certain, aspects, I guess you could call it, in terms of like gold, EXP, and that kind of stuff. So they ended up having a double gold boost. So I decided that I wanted to do some leveling during that time because some of the mobs that you use to level up on do drop a lot of gold as well. So using the double gold boost, using the server boost and the Cape of Awe, I can farm a lot of gold during that time, as well as some EXP. So there you saw me completing the Bright Oak quest line. So that is a prerequisite to a member-only area called /join Nightmare, where you have to complete a few quests and challenges, and you are able to get to this area with the Nothing mobs, and they are level 99 and give a lot of experience. And as you can see, after an hour and 20 minutes of farming, I'm able to get level 55 and have a full 4 million gold cap. On top of that, I got a little over the gold cap, so I ended up doing /join Lair to buy the, enhanced dragon blade or something like that, which gives extra 60% damage to dragons, as well as some other things that we will be using later. So if anyone was paying notice to our goals at the beginning of the video, it seems that during this episode we were able to complete pretty much everything for our early game goals. And just an update on that, what I've decided to do is for our next episode, we're actually going to move into the mid-game, even though we are still missing the Necromancer class and the Chrono Assassin class. What I realized is the Necromancer is not really going to be a necessity for me in terms of its soloing ability, so I'm actually going to take it off the list. We will obtain it at some time, since I think we do need it for some merge shops later on, so we will get that class, but it didn't seem like a priority for me to obtain it for this playthrough at this moment. And also the Chrono Assassin class. This will be something that I'm getting, and I've moved it to my mid-game goals list. I do want it in the future, but I didn't want to delay my current plans just to farm for, however long that takes. It can take between 2 to, I've heard it taking up to 9 hours for people. So I do want to farm that at some time, but I don't want it, to delay what I am thinking at the moment. And with that, that is the early game completed. So I've really enjoyed making these first 2 videos for you all. So, and I'm looking forward to continuing them. So make sure you leave any feedback or suggestions in the comments. And with that, I will see you in the next episode very soon. Bye.